How's it going, everyone? We are back for some more Rust Top Skins, and it is the holiday season. So here we are with some holiday skins for you, and we've got a lot of them. There's nearly 100 submissions that passed the general rules for submission. No contests this year. It was just everyone's very busy, and it just was a little easier for Help to just do picks for 2 weeks. So we'll have another week of different or maybe mixed Christmas. So we'll have another week of Christmas skins or holiday skins, and they should be mixed. Maybe, who knows? I don't know. He could pull from either list. We'll just have to see. So here is the first list from this week. And yeah, we've got a cute little reindeer beanie for you, and it says, "Oh dear." I mean, there you go. Then next we go straight from cute to nightmare with this balaclava here, and yeah, man, it is it's a little bit on the creepier side, I would definitely say. It's kind of what you would expect someone breaking into your house on the holiday may wear if they were a complete psychopath, which fits with Rust. So I mean, hey, there you go. Next, we've got another balaclava for you, and it's mixed with a matching poncho, and the whole thing looks like Christmas sweaters, but also like they're about to rob you, which, you know what, I think it fits Rust perfectly. I mean, that's kind of the vibe going on, isn't it? Next, we've got a couple just ponchos, and the first one here is the Klaus poncho by UAD, and yeah, is this kind of a nice shiny little Christmas Santa cloth around your neck. It's got the little fluff there from Santa's suit. It's got some stitching going on and some golden snowflakes all around it. Then some more here on the back and a light dusting of snow on the shoulders and front. Next, we've got our last poncho for you, and this one is the Christmas tree poncho by La Crempe. And, well, it's a bunch of Christmas branches, I would say, with tinsel and so forth, and lights all over it. And it comes in two versions, an actual glowing version and non-glowing. So if we go ahead and kill lights here, you'll actually see that this is the glow for it. And, yeah, that might not be the best if you're trying to hide in Rust, but it is quite festive otherwise. Next, we've got an elf costume for you, and this is the elf set by Slanosta. So there you go. It's got a nice bright Christmassy green color. You've got some festive adornments here and there, and some candy cane arm sleeves and ends of your leggings there, I guess, so to say. Next, we've got another festive set for you. This is the Christmas armored hoodie and pants, and the reason it's called armored is because there's like a gold plate mail underneath and coming out in between on the legs and arms. It's definitely a cool look to it, and something pretty different from what we're usually used to seeing. So definitely a very cool design. Next, we've got another set for you, and this one is the Bad Santa set by Avonbrow. And yeah, as you can see, it kind of has like a more kind of modern look to the clothing itself, but still looks like a Santa suit. Has some little things right here, like I believe, yeah, there you go. It's a Christmas ornament grenade. You got some 9mm strapped to the ankle, thigh. There we go. I swear I know my body parts. And then back here, you've got Bad Santa himself. Alright, and last but not least, we've got one more hoodie and pants set for you, and this is Mr. Gingerbread, brought to us by Milo. And yeah, if you know, he usually has kind of the goofier sets. He's famous for some of the cosplay sets that are in. And of course, then you're like, well, where's the Mr. part of the gingerbread? I see the gingerbread and the icing and the sprinkles and everything else. Well, there is Mr. Gingerbread right there for you. Nice and creepy and smiling and saying ho ho ho. Next up, we've got some armor. Starting off, we've got a deer skull for you. The top one here is the Holiday Spirit by City, and has this beautiful paint on it, just like a ornament on a Christmas tree. And then you have these swirls and so forth going through, making it a very unique looking deer skull. And we don't have too many skins for this, so hey, this would probably be quite welcome. Next up, are you guys ready to party with a bucket helmet? And yeah, this is it. It's the Ready to Party bucket helmet. Looks like they've got chocolate and lights and candy. I mean, you got everything you need for the holiday. Even a little snowman there on the side. And if you look at the top of it, you can see it's just a bunch of chocolate. Next, we've got a couple of high-qual sets for you, and the first one is Combat Christmas Reindeer, and that's quite the name there. But if you check it out, you can see why it's called Combat, because it looks like it's taken some bullet holes there. And, well, at least that's just the metal chest piece. Or maybe the former deer whose skin you're now stretched over yours. I don't know. It is rust, and that would fit into it. You know what I mean? But, yeah, it's definitely got this cool little look, and I actually really like how they made the back look like strapping that would be used to connect the reindeer to the sleigh, or, you know, so forth. So, you know, has that kind of hardware look. And then you've also got the cutout of the little reindeer ears and antlers. Definitely a cool high-qual set. Next up, we've got our last piece of armor and clothing for you with the Yeti metal chest piece and face mask. And we do have a hoodie and pants that were previously accepted in a different year. So, hey, maybe we'll get another continuation of this set. One way or another, you've got the same kind of sculpted, fluffy fur and some nice icy abs there, and snowflakes adorning the actual, you know, connectors there. And then you've got a pink little nose and some Yeti teeth poking out there. As we go ahead and check out the back, it's just all sorts of snowy fur, which, I mean, makes sense. It's a Yeti. Next up, we've got deployables, and these are by far the most items that are always submitted for Christmas. So we're going to kind of speed through it a little faster than normal just to make time for you guys, so it's not like a 30-minute plus video. So here we've got the Christmas gingerbread sleeping bag, and as you can see, it's got all sorts of little friendly friends all over it. It does look like it has a glow to it as well, so we'll be checking that out shortly. Next, we've got another sleeping bag for you, the Festive Sleeping Bag by Kosum. Then moving on, we've got the Gingerbread Sleeping Bag by Raph. It comes in a glow and a non-glow, so again, we'll check it out briefly. Moving on, we've got the Dreamer Sleeping Bag by Hewok. And the Dead Christmas Sleeping Bag. Looks like Santa had a horrible accident here in Rust. Then moving on, we've got a couple of furnaces for you. The first one here is all iced up. This is the Northern Lights Furnace by Anathan. And as you'll see, just the whole thing is all iced up. And it does have a very nice glow, which we'll check out when the lights are off. Next, we've got kind of a Christmas tree thing going on over here with this little furnace for you. There we go. Then over here we've got kind of looks like a scared igloo or some sorts. This is the Snow Furnace by 500 Eno. It even has a little like frightened arms on the side, which I think are quite hilarious. And they're made out of snow and not sticks, which makes I think even better. Then over here we've got one more furnace for you. It is the Santa's Bag Furnace by GBG. Has some nice adornments around it. Then we've got some rugs for you. The first one here is pretty simple. It just says Merry Christmas. And this is definitely one that I think would look best on a wall. That's how it's meant to look, is, you know, kind of like a hanging banner. Then over here we've got a cute little reindeer rug. Looks like reindeer was run over, and, you know, I think he's okay though, since he seems to be knitted. Next, we've got another simple Merry Christmas rug for you. This is the Christmas rug by Frog. Then over here, we've got one last regular rug for you. This is the Sweet Rug. And as you can see, it's got an adornment of little various Christmas things all over it, with some rust touches thrown in there as well, like the rock and the torch. Then over here, we've got a bear rug for you, and this is the Ginger Bear. So it comes in a glow and a non-glow version. And yeah, it's just a gingerbread bear rug. There you go. Not something you would really think of, but it works. Then over here we've got a couple of boxes for you. Starting off, the first one here is a pretty frosty looking one for you. It is the Snowman Storage Box. So there you go there. It does have a bit of a glow, which we'll show you. Then moving on, we've got a nice little gingerbread house for you. And it is the, well, gingerbread house by Azeroth. So there you go. And actually, I believe this one doesn't glow. I think it just kind of has bright colors. I may be wrong. We'll check that out in a minute together. Lastly, for small boxes over here, we've got the Christmas Gift by Homley. Little Hazzy guy there on the side. Back here you got a little high qual guy, and at the top you got the Pookie Bear. Then we've got a couple of large boxes. The first one here is the Petard box. And yeah, you can see it's got little lights poking through cracks in it here and there on all the sides. Now if we go ahead and cruise on over, we've got a kind of little Christmassy workshop for you. It is the Santa's Workshop box. So there you go there. Then we've got a fridge for you. This one's going to come in two different versions. The large present fridge, there's a white and a red version. I think the red just kind of popped a little bit better. It's kind of a simple design, but it does serve the purpose of looking like a giant package. So I could see a lot of people liking it for that. Next over here, we have a gingerbread locker for you. On the sides, you've got all sorts of little kind of candies and so forth with some starlights going around the top and all sorts of little things going on in the windows, a little gingerbread guy, a little snowman, and all sorts of stuff. Definitely a cool little locker. Then we've got doors for you. First starting off, we've got a couple of wooden doors for you. This is the Christmas Mood wooden door by B3D. We'll go ahead and check out the opposite side here. Got a cool little scene of a Hazzy guy and a high qual dude making a little snowman. Then over here we also the snowman has a kind of party hat on. I wonder if that's because of Rust's 9th birthday that just happened. Lastly, for wooden doors, we've got the, it's just called wooden door. I doesn't really have much, but if you ever seen these, growing up in a German-American household, we had these little wooden decorations for Christmas, and a lot of them you could connect candles to them, and they would, move in certain ways from the actual, heat and wind exchange there going on. And this is, I think, what they're trying to nail with that is if that's what they're going for, they nailed the look. It is a shame there's nothing going on at the back of the door, unfortunately. Could have put a couple stars or something there. Next, we've got the gingerbread lady door for you. This is Miss Gingerbread Neon Door. So there you have that one. Then over here, we've got a little more artsy look with the glass tree door by Sendox. Then we've got some garage doors with a Merry Christmas starting out for you. This is the Festive Arctic Base garage door by Vlek. Then we've got a gingerbread door for you from FaZe. And then a very chocolatey looking door for you by Sad Happy with a chocolate bar garage door. We've got some more neon coming up here with the Merry Christmas garage door by Zoladano. I hope I'm saying that right. And then another Merry Christmas and some bright neons for you here coming from Navaram. And last, we've got some very cool Arctic suit art for you with the Arctic Tourist by Quicker. And lastly, we've got a couple of single armor doors for you. The first one here is from Duck. This is the Festive Bunker Armor Door. You can see there's a little snowman there. And if we pop on through to the other side, it is kind of just a bunker door. So that's actually quite the interesting looking one there. Moving on, we've got a little fireplace kind of thing going on with the Decorated Christmas Armor Door by Andy Boo. If we go ahead and pop around to the back side, you can see here that it's pretty much about the same on each side. Then if we come over here, we've got the Merry Christmas Armor Door by Steppen. You had a happy little snowman there, and kind of a, very festive look to it, but with that kind of gingerbread classic feel as well. A little Merry Christmas on the back. And lastly, we've got a kind of silly drawing for you. This is the Nutcracker Armor Door. And yeah, you've got this Nutcracker right here with kind of a matted look to the paint of the door. And then on the back, there's that. So let's go ahead and we'll kill the lights and take a look at all of the festive glow we've got going on. And starting out here first, we've got our armor doors. Then we've got our garage doors. And then onto sheet metal. Then we've got a nice glow here on the locker. A little bit on the sides, which is nice. Then we've got the boxes here. Then we've got our little small boxes with the little gingerbread house. Oh, and I was right, there is a glow. The smile and the eyes do light up, so there we go. Then we've got the ginger bear glow. Alright, then we can fly all the way down here to our furnaces. And as you'll see right here, this one kind of lights up in general. Then we've got kind of just a basic glow there on the little snowman. Then over here again, you have the lights and kind of just a general kind of warm glow going to the whole thing. And then lastly over here, the northern lights. And now you can see why it's called the northern lights. The glow is just absolutely amazing. It looks like normal ice, and then the whole thing just lights up in all sorts of different colors. Then we've got our sleeping bags. And there's the last one where we started on off with some nice little glow coming out by the pillow and some beautiful Christmas lights. Next, we've got our weapons and tools, and starting off, we've got some hammer for you, and this one is of the gingerbread variety, and, well, it's Clark's gingerbread hammer. There you go. Then, next, we've got a rock for you, and this one may look all chocolatey for you. It's the chocolate hazmat. So, there you go. Not sure about the name there. I thought at first it said hazelnut, which made a little more sense. Next, we've got a mandarin orange rock for you, and depending where you are around the world, this may be a very familiar Christmas tree, or you might be like, what's an orange have to do with Christmas? So, there you go. Next, you've got some stone tools, and if you are wondering what these are called, they're the Christmas candy stone tools. So there you go. They're made out of what looks like wafers and waffle cone and all sorts of chocolate and so forth. Then, of course, you have to have the matching pick to go along with it there. Then we've got another stone tool set for you, and these are more on the stone variety. It's the sweet hatchet and pickaxe, and yeah, you can see it kind of has like a peppermint stick for the handle. And then you've got kind of what looks like a big jade stone for the rest here. If we go ahead and pull out the matching pickaxe, there you go. Then we've got a jackhammer for you, and this one is all gingerbreaded up. It also has a Pookie Bear for fuel, apparently, so there you go. Gingerbread jackhammers are fueled by Pookie fuel. Pookie, yes, definitely. It's a different kind. It's the off-brand, guys. Next, we've got some bone clubs for you, and the first one here is a happy little snowman wearing a Santa hat, and well, actually it's more like a candy cane hat, I should say, and it's a snowman bone club by Zinc. Then we've got another one here for you, and this one looks like a little more like candy. This is the Sweet Christmas Bone by Firefly. So there you go. You got some icing. Definitely do not eat the poison berries. Or, I don't know, maybe, you know, in Rust you could use it that way. Then next, anyways, we've got a combat knife for you. And this one is all sorts of sweetness on the blade, but some of that looks like it might be a little bit of blood. I'm not 100% sure there. I wouldn't trust where this knife has been completely, but if you're hungry, you're hungry. There's the Sweet Knife by Snake Eyes. Then we've got another tool slash weapon for you. It's this branch sword, the Christmas tree sword by Bingo, and yeah, it looks a little thin. I don't know if that's too much of crossing the thin line there, but it's definitely a hilarious sword, so wanted to make sure to sneak it in there. Next, we've got some bows for you, and the first one here has a little reindeer right along the side of it. This is the Hunting Bow Gingerbread by Y9J. Go ahead and draw it back there. Then we've got another bow for you, and this one is a little happy Christmas house This is the Cozy Christmas Cottage by Dark Schneider. Go ahead and drop back there. There's even a little window with a snowman in it up there. And this does have a glow and non-glow version. So you can actually see the little windows have a glow there. And it looks like it's actually just, never mind, the top window there. So there you have it. Next, we've got a crossbow for you, and this one is all frosty looking. This is the, well, Frosty Crossbow by Freddy. So aiming down the sights there, you've got a bunch of ice and some snowflakes. We go ahead and do a reload on it here. And then if you go ahead and take a look at the side, there's a beautiful carving in the eyes of a reindeer right there. Next, we've got some Iokas for you, and this first one here is made of ice and adorned with candy cane barrel and a bunch of lights wrapped around it. This is the Ice Firecracker by Shedmon. Then we've got another Ioka for you that looks a little more like a wrap present. This is the Confetti Cannon by Shaft. There's a green version and a red version, so obviously this is the red one. You can check out the opposite one. Down in the description, we have a link to the workshop always. Then we've got another Ioka. I told you there were several, and this one has some more kind of Christmas stars going on, and it's simply called the Christmas Ioka, and it's by Antonio. Then we've got another Ioka for you. Yeah, we're not done quite yet, and this one is the Caramel Chocolate Gun. And yeah, as you can see, the whole thing does look like it's like wrapped taffy, and it's made just completely out of candy there. Then we've got a SAR for you that looks like it is stitched up by Grandma. This is the Cozy Christmas SAR by Fi. Aiming down the sights here, you've got gold versus silver for the sights. Quite Christmassy. Then we've got another SAR for you that is quite icy with an evil looking snowman, and well, therefore it is called the Evil Snowman SAR. So there you go. Aim down the sights. It's kind of a little bit lighter ice color for the tip versus the darker blue. Next, we've got a MP5 for you, and this one is the Cookie Shooter by Shino. And as you can see, it kind of has like a little gingerbread theme going along with it there. Aiming down the sights, not too much going on, kind of just a faded iron sight with that hint of red behind it. Next, we've got an AK for you, and well, at least, well, that's what I think it is, right? This is the, let me guess, an AK? And of course, you know, it's fully wrapped, so, oh, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, did I get a bicycle? You know, and the whole thing's wrapped like a bike. I don't know what it is. And a nice little play off of that. Always a funny, long-going Christmas joke there. Next, we've got another AK for you, and this one is all iced up. This is the Undead Delivery AK by Werecat. And yeah, there's just this undead reindeer on the side, or undead kind of Rudolph maybe. He's got a yellow glowing nose now that almost looks like it's on fire. So hey, there you go. Definitely creative idea. Aiming down the sights, you've got kind of frosted tips to that kind of blue-green ice going on. Next, we've got another AK for you, and this one is more on the Christmas kind of cheery side. We've got some stickers and so forth going on, and this is the Christmas Striker AK. It might mean sticker instead of striker. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it was a translation fail there. Or it could be just striker. I don't know. But one way or another, definitely has some cute little stickers on it, for sure. Aim down the sights here, you've got some just kind of basic iron sights, but a big old star for you, because, you know, you already earned that headshot. Then we've got an LR for you, and it's got a little bit of snow going on at the top of it there. This is the Festive Fighter by Ted. And yeah, it just has some nice festive colors, blues and reds and whites. Aiming down the sights here, you've got a very clear red ring for the sights there, and a green festive tip. A little hard to see, but you can kind of see the greenness there. That's very dark. Next, we've got another LR for you, and this one looks quite delicious. It is the Sweet Kill by Destroy, and as you can see, it's kind of wrapped up, but it's various kind of candy and chocolatey looking parts, but it still looks quite metal-ish, so yeah, this is a very cool little carved design. Aim down the sights, you've got a brown tip versus the red rings there. Next, we've got an L9 for you, and this one is quite on the shiny side. This is the Christmas Spirit L96, and you know those ornaments? They're just almost blindingly glossy. I think that might be what they were going for here, or maybe they messed up on the gloss. I'm not sure. One way or another, it's quite frosty and quite blinding like said ornaments. So, who knows? Then next over here, we've got a satchel for you, and this one is the Explosive Santa's Helper. And as you can see, you've got like little elf guys up there as the bean cans, and that's quite creative. It does also have a glow and a non-glow version, so of course the glow, the lights actually light up on it, which is quite cool. And last, we've got one more satchel for you, and this one is a Petard's glowing satchel, so or basically, you know, Happy New Year's, fireworks, etc, etc. So of course we'll hit the lights there and you can see the glow on it, and there we have it. So that does it, everyone. Sound off down in the comment section below which ones you are hoping to pop in for the first week of the holiday. Remember that these skins will be popping off with a manual update on the 15th, which is the Christmas update. So that will be adding in a special event with some new stuff going on for the next 2 weeks. So there we have that. Thanks for watching, everyone. Stay frosty and rusty, and we will see you next time.